Joining us on the broadcast this morning is Major Mohammed Ali Shah, a defense expert. Good morning, sir, and thank you for joining us on NewsX. What do you make of these developments, and do you think India is moving in the right direction in countering Chinese presence in the Indian Ocean region? Do you think this will help and is a step forward in that direction?
Absolutely, most certainly. India is moving in the right direction, and we are countering every single threat or perception of threat from China, be it in the South China Sea, be it in the Indian Ocean, be it anywhere, be it among the waters, be it the mountains, be it in all regions. Now, when you talk about INS Khanjar, yes, it safely brought back 36 Indian fishermen who were stranded 130 nautical miles from the Tamil Nadu coast of the Bay of Bengal. So that is again, and it was received a very, very good welcome in Sri Lanka. In fact, INS Khanjar is the fourth ship of the ingeniously designed and built Kukri-class missile corvettes that was built by GRSE Kolkata. The ship is armed with an array of modern weapons and sensors. This ship is also a part of the Indian Navy's Eastern Fleet and is commanded by Commander NVSP Kumar. So when we talk about INS Khanjar, so that is the update that I have got. And apart from this, yes, coming back to your question, we in all preparedness are all ready. I mean, China will try all kinds of tactics. Recently, it accused America of opening bases in different parts of the world, thousands of bases, including in Asia, in fact, for that matter. China is trying its best to either make friends and deploy a base in Cambodia, deploy a base in all over the place, basically. So the very fact is, we are capable of Chinese spy vessel had come down to Sri Lanka. In fact, Yon 15, we had detected that. It was very, very close to our port, and they said it was just a normal routine on patrol, but it was a spy vessel. It had radars to it. So China is definitely going to, and then they took Hamdita port from Sri Lanka, which was on 100 years lease, in fact. So China is going to try all kind of tactics, but they should always remember, if they think they're smart, the others are smarter. For example, we have this formation of Quad, Japan, Australia, America, and India. India being a strategic partner, being close neighbors with China. So most certainly, we will not allow any of these dirty tactics by China to move forward, and we are going to counter every single measure of theirs, for that matter.
All right, what else do you think will this visit yield as far as India and Sri Lanka bilateral ties are concerned? Because India, of course, stepped in and helped Sri Lanka at a time when it was facing a massive economic crisis. What do you think that this particular visit will yield as far as the defense ties are concerned?
Well, that's a very good question. You know, now the very fact is the INS Khanjar mission, which was deployed in the southern IOR, arrived in the Trikamole in Sri Lanka, you know. Now, that was an operational turnaround. Now, this ship was accorded a customary welcome, as I mentioned earlier, by the Sri Lankan Navy. Now, during this ship's visit, which you asked the same question, now I'll tell you the answer. The two navies will engage in various activities, including professional exchanges on the topics of mutual interest, sports, fixtures, visits on board Khanjar by trainees from the Naval and the Maritime Academy of Sri Lanka. The port call is aimed at further enhancing the close ties and interoperability of both the Indian Navy and Sri Lanka. So, like the way we had INS Tabar going off to Egypt about almost 2 years back, so for a 3-day visit. In fact, similarly, now it's a golden opportunity for us to get the best practices of both the countries are going to learn from each other. Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka, as we all know, it's an island basically. And so when we are semi-coastal areas, but semi-landlocked areas as well. So we are going to learn the best practices from Sri Lanka, but they will benefit more from us, and they are going to learn how our Indian Navy functions. So it's going to be a joint exercise. Whenever there is a joint exercise, there's always great learning and great value addition for both the countries, in fact.
All right, so